Good evening. My name is Desean Cooper. I am currently a resident at the Dream Live Hope Foundation. It is a transitional housing facility that is located in Los Angeles. Briefly, a quick backstory is that I was born and raised in South Central Los Angeles. I was raised here, grew up here to a two-parent family. However, I was raised around drugs, violence, and the gang culture. I adopted those beliefs. I adopted that belief system and I took it to the streets and I reinforced it with the gang that I was with. It's pretty cut and dry. My belief system landed me in prison. I was charged with first-degree murder, June 22nd, 1993, and I was sentenced to 29 years to life in the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. However, I didn't commit the murder, and I stood by that for 29 years. I went to the board December of 2020 and I was found suitable. A friend of mine that I had met many years ago, maybe over a decade or so, named Kevin Waters. Kevin saw my transformation. He and I attended a long-term offenders program at the California Men's Colony. He literally watched me transition from who I was into who I am today. I am not perfect, nor do I claim to be. However, every opportunity that was presented to me, I took advantage of it. And Kevin helped facilitate my arrival to the Dream Live Hope Foundation. I arrived a few days after my release, and I'm proud to say that today is my last day at the Dream Live Hope Foundation. My transitional housing has come to an end and I'm about to rejoin my family. My struggles inside of prison were pretty typical. Running with a gang, using drugs, selling phones, selling tobacco. Endless amount of write-ups, trips to the hole, trips to the shoe. Everybody out there knows what goes on in prison. However, I made a decision through a visit with my daughter Brittany, Michonne, Deja, and Michaela to clean my act up. And they gave me the ultimate ultimatum. And without going into what that ultimatum was, it's obvious that I adhered and followed exactly to the letter what it is that they asked me to do. I left the gang life alone. I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, I stopped getting high, I stopped gang banging. And I joined the long-term offender program, LTOP, where I was able to dig through all my childhood trauma, my young adult trauma, and kind of ID who the people in my life that abused me, the people in my life that I resented, and the people in my life that were either addicted to drugs or never addressed the trauma in their lives. And as a result of these things, and at LTOP and with the various people who were part of that organization and that group, I was able to, address my issues. And in the process of doing that, I was able to stop blaming everybody for my poor choices and decisions. I was knocked down at the board, denied 3 years in 2017. It kind of knocked the wind out of my sail. I was kind of getting frustrated, started to think, was all this work and this self-help work worth it? And then somebody told me that I was this close. So when they said that, I had to sit back and think about how close I really was. I started looking for pay value. In everything that I do, what is going to be the positive pay value? If it was something negative and there was no positive pay value in it, I'll just pass on it. It wasn't hard at all. Well, to bring this story to an end, I took advantage of every opportunity the California Department of Corrections afforded me. And I thanked CDCR, and I told them in my parole hearing that I thanked them for doing the things for me that I couldn't do for myself. And as a result of that, I just got home April 20th. I spent my 6th month here. I recorded an album. I have a great relationship with my buddy Ice Cube again. I am in the process of taking 3 books that I had wrote, 1 that I had published, and adapting them to film. So I'm about to sell my first screenplay to Cube Vision, and I'm excited. Thank you.